Welcome to a cold and snowy Rochester, New York, and the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, home of the Tigers. Tonight, RIT steps out of conference for the final time this season as they open a two-game series against the visiting Arizona State Sun Devils. Number 22 for RIT is freshman forward Grady Hobbs. The Manitoba native had a goal and an assist as the Tigers finally returned to the ice on Tuesday. Good evening, I'm Kevin Roach, and welcome to RIT Sportszone Pregame Live. Well, the Tigers went into the holiday break on a down note after getting swept by Army for the first time ever. Wayne Wilson's group was supposed to get back on the ice on New Year's Day. However, that series with Sacred Heart was canceled due to COVID protocol. So after waiting a month, RIT finally got back to work on Tuesday as they hosted the Pioneers here at the Gene Policini Center. Tigers didn't look like they'd been off for a month. They came out ready to roll in the first period. Period just over 7 minutes in. Jake Hammacker, the nice feed in front here. Grady Hobbs puts it past Luke Lush, his third of the season. As we take another look, both Carter Wilkie and Hobbs crashing the net for RIT. Hard to tell who gets it there, but the overhead replay shows it clearly that Hobbs gets his stick on it, gets his third of the year, and the Tigers had a 1-0 lead. Early, just over 2 minutes later, they would strike again. Jojo Casaro, the nice feed to Kobe Walker, number 6 on the season for Walker. 2-0 RIT after one. Second period, after a cross-checking penalty, the Pioneers, the Tigers on the power play, and Nick Bruce finds the net with the wrister right there. RIT in control after 2 periods of play. They were up 3-0, but Sacred Heart would make things interesting in the third period. Just over 3 minutes in, Ryan Steele is going to beat Colby Matthews for the goal, and all of a sudden it was a 2-goal game. And the Pioneers would pull Luke Lush with 2:41 remaining in the game, and it pays off as Andreas Kolbis Marino scores. Pioneers down 1 with 1:22 to play, but they could not get the equalizer. RIT hangs on for the 3-2 victory over Sacred Heart. The big win there for the Tigers. So the Tigers pick up their 6th conference victory of the season and a big 3 points in the process as Colby Matthews made 37 saves with a goal and an assist. Freshman Grady Hobbs recorded his first career multi-point game, while Kobe Walker is now tied for second on the Tigers roster with 6 goals so far this season. Hey, it's been a while, so let's take a look at the current standings in Atlantic hockey. AIC won today. They've won 7 in a row. They beat Mercyhurst this afternoon. Yellow Jackets now have a 6-point lead over Bentley and Canisius. Army currently 4th, followed by Sacred Heart and RIT, who are now both 9 points behind the leading Yellow Jackets. With more on the Tigers and tonight's matchup with the Sun Devils, RIT head coach Wayne Wilson standing by live now with our John DiTullio. Johnny?
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. First off, it's been a while. Happy New Year, buddy.
Yeah, same to you. It has been a while, and we really want to get going here, so we're excited about tonight's game.
How do you approach this game, Wayne? You had a conference win Tuesday. Now you get Arizona State, 2 independent games. What's your approach?
Yeah, not much different. We want to really see what we're up against here. We think we're playing a really good Arizona State team. We want to see where we are, I guess, in the bigger picture again, because they have a good body of work on who they've played. They've played a lot of really tough schedule they've played. I mean, coming off sweeping Cornell and losing to BU, but then spanking Northeastern. So good games.
You won Tuesday, but you lost Kobe Walker to a broken hand. How does that affect the team moving forward, especially your special teams?
Yeah, it's good. Well, it hurts for Kobe. He was really coming on, playing probably some of his best hockey, and him, Will, and Nick Bruce have had such great chemistry. So it affects that a little bit. We're going to move Cody up there, who's also really coming on strong and deserving of maybe just to see what he can do a little bit more. Power play, taking Kobe's spot on the power play. So I think that's big for him. It hurts in our depth is where it's going to hurt. So, but I think it's a good opportunity for Cody, and we're hoping for a quick recovery from walks.
And finally, what do you want to see from Tommy tonight? He's going up against a really good team, just his 4th start of the year. What do you want to see from him?
Yeah, he's been really strong, though, for us in practice. I'm not saying it's any easier, but his first start was against Notre Dame at Notre Dame, which was no easy game either. But I think he's ready for the challenge here, and I think we're going to keep challenging and see where he's at, while we're also monitoring the minutes on Kobe Matthews. I think he had a great game for us on Tuesday, and we'll probably come back to him tomorrow night, but you don't want to overwhelm him with minutes. We want him to be fresh for our stretch run as well. So I think it's a win-win situation for both guys, and we like both of them.
All the best to you. It's great to see you again. Missed you, buddy.
Thanks, and I'm looking forward to it.
That's head coach Wayne Wilson, the RIT Tigers. Kevin, let's send it back to you.
All right, Johnny, we'll check back with you in just a few minutes. Well, Arizona State is in the midst of what will be a 12-day road trip through the cold and snowy Northeast, with stops in Boston and here in Rochester. But 12 days is nothing compared to last season, when they played the entire year on the road against Big Ten schools, with trips lasting nearly 30 days or more. Well, the Sun Devil program continues to grow out in the desert since moving to Division I in 2016. And while it may look like they're struggling this season at just 13 and 12, looks can be deceiving. The Sun Devils' victory on Tuesday over 11th ranked Northeastern was their 5th straight over a ranked opponent this year. And the beauty of being an independent is the fact you can play the best of the best week in and week out. Head coach Greg Powers told me this morning that it has made his team better, and he believes they'll be an NCAA team come March.
We have some really, really big wins, and it's great programs, and it feels like it's not good enough, and I think that's a good thing. I think we're in a position now as a program where we expect to be in the NCAA tournament every year. That's our mindset. We still think we can get there this year. We still have a lot of hockey left in front of us, so we got to continue to be diligent and get through the crazy times out there so we can play. And we have some big games left. RIT's a really good team. I mean, this isn't like we're going into the 55th ranked team in the pairwise. They can play. They beat Notre Dame on the road, and Wayne's always done a great job with this program. So these are going to be tough games, and games that if we can find a way to win, we're going to get rewarded. And then we go home and prepare for Mankato, who's the #1 team in the country. So we still have a huge opportunity in front of us to make some headway. We think this is our best team. There's been one struggle consistently. It's just keeping the puck out of our net, and it's just been one of those years where we feel like, we have to score 4 goals to win.
Yeah, and they can certainly score in bunches, as we saw the other night in that 6-2 victory over Northeastern. The Sun Devils will open their brand new $115 million arena this fall, and head coach Greg Powers told me they do plan to eventually join a conference. Doing pretty well as an independent, though. Still to come on Pregame Live, the RIT women's hockey team hosted Penn State this afternoon. Highlights are coming your way. Plus, we'll look back on what had Tiger Nation in a frenzy during the Sun Devils' last visit to Rochester. That comes up later in our Sports Zone flashback. But first, number 8 for RIT is Will Calverley. The senior leads the Tigers in goals with 11 points with 16. And this season, he has been nominated for college hockey's top award. The Scarborough, Ontario native will join our John DeTulio live next as our coverage of Tiger hockey continues. It's RIT and Arizona State at 7:05. This is RIT Sports Zone Pre-Game Live. Welcome back to Pregame Live here at RIT, where students have returned and the spring semester is underway. Of course, spring seems a long way off here as temperatures currently in the teens, headed for single digits tomorrow with a major snowstorm to follow. Oh, the Sun Devils can't wait to get back to 70 degrees in Tempe after this northeast swing. Oh boy, can we go with them. In Atlantic hockey this afternoon, AIC, as I mentioned earlier, won 7 in a row. They win 5-4 over Mercyhurst today. Canisius and Holy Cross have just begun. The end of the first period, they are scoreless in Worcester. Sacred Heart and Bentley get going at the top of the hour, as well as us. And Niagara and Air Force out in Colorado Springs. That one a 9:05 Eastern start. Meanwhile, in the net for RIT tonight, as we talked about, will be number 30, Tommy Scarfoni. For Scarfoni, it will be his 4th start of the season and first since December 12th against Army. Freshman from Quebec is 1-2 on the year so far for the Tigers. As for Arizona State, head coach Greg Powers will go with number 33, Ben Cross. The Cranberry, New Jersey native will make his 15th start on the season for the Sun Devils. Cross has an 8-6 record with a 3.35 goals against average. Well, on Wednesday, RIT senior forward Will Calverley was one of 77 players from 42 Division I programs to be nominated for the 2022 Hobey Baker Award presented to the nation's top men's hockey player. You can vote for Calverley on the Hobey Baker website. He currently holds Atlantic Hockey lead and ranks 19th nationally in goals per game, and he's standing by live now with our John DiTullio. Johnny.
All right, Kevin, thanks so much. Well, first of all, just to be nominated for the Hobey Baker Award, what does that mean to you?
It's exciting. It's an honor. Obviously, not everybody gets it, and I think just being nominated is a great honor. Whatever comes with comes. But it's all hard work. It's just my teammates. Line mates do a great job. Teammates do a great job keeping each other motivated, and we just push each other to be the best.
Just talk about, we were just talking moments ago, just lucky to be playing. How crazy this season's been. Just to be back on the ice, what does that mean for you and your teammates?
It's great to be back. Like I said, we took 3 weeks off, so Tuesday was exciting to get back in there. Obviously, school day, so we weren't getting the best fans, but tonight we're going to have a great crowd, and we're just excited to put on a show for them.
First off, talk about Kobe, losing him with a broken hand. A big loss for this team. He's been playing so well for you, giving some quality minutes.
Yeah, he's been playing great. He's one of our best players for sure. And I mean, broken hand, like you said, blocked the shot, sacrificed himself to win the game on Tuesday. So you can't ask for much more from a teammate.
And now you play Arizona State. I don't know how much you've seen on tape. They seem to be got a lot of great players on that club. What do you expect tonight?
We expect a very skilled team, a physical team, and it's going to be a great test for us. They're going to be big and fast, and they're going to want to push the pace and just try to control the game. We got to do a good job matching their speed and tempo.
First of all, the power play. 4 of your 11 goals power play. Just talk about what goes through on the special team and why you've been so successful in the power play.
I think I stand in front, so I think we got good guys on the perimeter moving the puck, and I just try to get open, and they've been doing a great job getting me the puck, so I just got to capitalize when they do.
Got a lot of fans behind you, my man. Good stuff, Will. All the best to you. All right, you got it. That's Will Calverley, who is having a sensational season this year. Kevin, back to you.
Absolutely, John. Thank you so much. We'll see you in just a bit. The RIT women's hockey team also had its series with Sacred Heart postponed last weekend due to COVID protocol. So this is the first time in 2 weeks the Tigers were finally getting back on the ice this afternoon. RIT and Penn State meeting for the first time this season. First period, we pick up the highlights. Nittany Lions, Natalie Heising, a career she's had down in Happy Valley. The wrister is going to find the back of the net to give Penn State the early lead. Heising had 2 goals and an assist today for Penn State. Later in the opening period, RIT was on the power play, but Penn State is going to come up with it. And a local girl, Kiara Zanin from Fairport, taking it in and finishing with the nice backhander. It's a shorty for the Fairport native. Penn State took game 1 of the 2-game series today by a final of 5-0. Hey, just a reminder, you can join us here tomorrow for a doubleheader of hockey beginning at 1 o'clock as the RIT women's hockey team wraps up its series with Penn State, followed by RIT and ASU at 5:05. Get your tickets at the Policini Center box office or online at rittickets.com. On the RIT Athletics scoreboard this evening, women's basketball underway at the Clark Gymnasium, and they have a 44-30 lead right now over Union. The men's basketball team tips off with the Dutchmen at 7:30. You can watch RIT basketball or any of our Division III live streams on the RIT Athletics app, available for Apple, Android, Roku, and Fire TV. Get scores, highlights, features, and so much more, just like those fans, by downloading the RIT Athletics app for your devices today. Well, the Gene Policini Center has been home to the Tigers for 8 seasons now, and amongst the over 4,000 seats here, one stands out from the rest. If you've been here, it's hard not to notice the lone orange seat among a sea of gray and black, because much like the former Tiger it honors, this seat stands out even in the biggest crowd.
His name was Green Williams.
He was just a great guy to be around. You know, everybody loved Green. You know, they loved the way, you know, he operated. They loved the way he kidded around, and they loved his big burly mustache.
Williams and Jim Stanley were fraternity brothers at Phi Sigma Kappa back in the 70s. And while Stanley played football, Williams was a goaltender for the RIT hockey team.
Green wasn't the most gifted goalie in the world, but I soon learned by being with him quite a bit. He had you know, heart of a lion, and his work ethic made up for any skills that he lacked.
After graduating from RIT, Williams enrolled in the United States Air Force, where tragically he was killed in 1984 during a pilot training accident.
It was quite devastating because he was young. You know, we were all young in our prime, and you know, just getting started in life. So it was kind of a real shock. And you know, to this day, you know, whenever I see a jet stream across the sky, and anybody who knew Green closely thinks of Green.
Thanks to Green's sister, former teammates, and fraternity brothers like Stanley, a permanent tribute can be found in section 107, row K, seat number 8. A single orange seat right above the net where Williams spent his time as a Tiger.
How important is it to tell people that don't know about Green and what he not only meant to you, but to RIT?
I miss him. You know, I guess I just miss my friend. Having the seat here, it gives us a chance to remember him. It gives us a chance to remember, you know, what kind of fellow he was, and you know what he did for again RIT and his fraternity and especially his country. You know, we're all proud of that, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that went through the hockey program that served our country and may have been injured or may have actually been killed. But I saw the chance to recognize Green in a special way for everyone that served in our military.
Yeah, we always get asked about the orange seat by so many people in the community who may be their first time here at the Policini Center, so always nice to revisit that story. What a tribute for Green, the former Tiger, here at RIT. When we come back on Pregame Live, we'll look back on the last time the Sun Devils visited RIT, plus associate head coach Dave Insalako will join us with a scouting report on Arizona State. It's all straight ahead on your home for Tiger hockey. This is RIT Sports Zone, Pregame Live.
Side, he'll tap it over to Brady. Brady into the zone. Brady fires and scores! The defenseman, Darren Brady, jumping in with 42 seconds left in the first. 1-1 our score. The Tigers battling with a Power 5 team, if you want to call it that. Listen, there are teaching a breakaway. Here we go. Brown going in. Brown! Save made by Joey Decor. Will it over to Hammacker. Hammacker, good back check by Garcia, pushing it in front. Brown trying to stuff it in, and Decor.
They wanted a call.
And there's going to be a penalty.
Yes. Willett was calling for it, and he got it.
Penalty shot, I believe, coming up here, John.
All right, here we go.
Jake Hammacker, 10 goals on the season, looking to tie. Hammacker against the cord. Hammacker. Scores! We are tied at 2.
Logan Dragon.
Oh, no. Right in the back of the net. Never comes out. It's actually stuck there right off the face-off. Pushing it himself into the zone, and he'll get it in deep. 25 seconds remaining. Petrucci, accidentally going down the ice. No, it can't end like this. It does.
And that is how Arizona State took the series from RIT back in 2019. Sun Devils have won all 4 meetings between these two schools, including 2 matchups in Tempe in 2020. RIT has been outscored 21-7 in those 4 losses. We welcome you back inside the Gene Policini Center here at RIT, where you're watching RIT Sports Zone Pregame Live, presented by Taylor the Builders. RIT 4-2 on the year in non-conference play, wrapping up this portion of the schedule this weekend with the first of 2 here tonight against Arizona State. As we welcome in the guys who will have the call for you here tonight, Gene Battaglia and John DiTullio. And guys, Tigers with just one game under their belt in the last month. Arizona State has played 5 this month alone, including 3 in the last 7 days. And as ASU head coach Greg Powers told me earlier today, Tuesday's win over Northeastern, calling it maybe their best D1 performance ever. A big test for RIT this weekend.
Yeah, knocking off a ranked number 11 Northeastern team. John, how are you?
Well, first of all, Happy New Year,
Yeah,
my friend.
exactly.
It's been a long time since we've been together.
Yeah, we were happy to see the Tigers back on the ice, get the win on Tuesday. Joined by associate coach Dave Insulaco. And Dave, thanks for your time here. Arizona State, give us a little scouting report. We know they're good. What are their strengths, and what do you guys think you got to do here tonight?
They're really fast and physical. They have a big team. They're excellent in transition. They want to turn it into a track meet for ourselves. We want to play good defense and really keep the puck in the O-zone so they don't have a lot of energy to transition offensively. But we're in for a tough battle tonight.
Dave, I was talking with Will. He thought, the team was rusty, even a little bit winded because they were off so long. What do you expect to see from your club tonight? That you did play on Tuesday, which was a great thing for you and your team.
Yeah, we were scraping off a lot of rust in that game against Sacred Heart the other night, and we learned a lot from that game, and last 2 days of practice have been really good, so I'm excited to get out there tonight and play a really good opponent, and it's really going to push our team, and we'll have a better understanding of where we're at heading into the second half.
Opportunity here for Gravy. Hobbs, Trumbull on the lineup here is certainly, the loss of Kobe Walker, though. How did the Tigers compensate for that, Dave?
It's a huge loss, no question about it, but it's a team sport, and we got to have other guys elevate their game and pick up the slack, for a really good player that's played really well this year, the last, 4 or 5 weeks into, November and December, and then he played really well the other night. It's just unfortunate that he was injured on Tuesday.
Dave, appreciate your time. Go get him tonight. Dave Insulaco, the associate head coach, and this is an Arizona State team just loaded with talent. There are draft picks from the Red Wings, the Bruins, certainly Shane Doan's son. He's on that top line. He's entering the top line with Colin Tyson, our player to watch. Colin Tyson, 3rd in the nation right now in goals.
Had a couple goals earlier this week, and that 6-goal output they had against Northeastern. He is a big-time player. Look at those stats this year. He's just one of many playmakers, but number 63, a great two-way player for the Sun Devils.
Now for the RIT Tigers, 3-2. They get the win over Sacred Heart, but the one player, John, I thought was great, he was named the second star of the game, was Jojo Casero. Gianfranco Casero bringing that offense from the blue line. If we see a little bit more of that, that's exciting.
That's huge. Came up with a big assist. You were here Tuesday. I think if number 10 can start contributing on the offensive end, that is huge for the Tigers. There you see his numbers this year, 4 assists, but he had a big one on Tuesday night.
Yeah, so the puck drop coming up here, 7:05, final non-conference games of the season. Kevin, it's quite a test here taking on the Sun Devils.
Absolutely. Tigers trying to break through their first time here, their 5th meeting overall. Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk to you in just a bit. We are closing in on game time, and we'll wrap things up from here next. This is RIT Sportszone, pregame live. The finale of this 2-game series between the Tigers and Sun Devils comes up tomorrow. Our coverage kicks off with RIT Sportszone pregame live, 4:30 Eastern, followed by face-off 5:05 on My18 Rochester and FlowHockey.tv. Kids Night here tomorrow. Tickets as low as $3 if you're planning to attend. Just a reminder, the originally scheduled Skate with the Tigers event has been canceled. Well, it's the Tigers and Sun Devils next. RIT Sportszone Live begins now.
Rit Sportszone Live proudly welcomes you to the Gene Policini Center on the campus of the Rochester Institute of Technology, where this evening it's the first of two as the Tigers in a non-conference matchup take on the Sun Devils of Arizona State. Along with John DiTullio, my name is Gene Battaglia. So glad you're